Alright, hello! Look who's actually on time. And it's not like, 2 in the morning. Hello, I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Why did I say weekend? It's literally the exact opposite of the weekend. It's the middle of the week. I keep leaning forward to this microphone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week, not weekend. But, having a great Wednesday. We are gonna play some Persona tonight. This is killing me. We are still on the grind. Knuckles, hi, hello, welcome in. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful week. It sure is a Wednesday. Look at me go. Eating dinner not at 3 in the morning. Yo, this playlist just last night and tonight just slaps. And it's a shame because I have to pause it. We're saving this one. That's going on the dance mix. Yes? Yes, please. Yeah, that one's definitely on the dance mix for the future here. I have a specific playlist that I keep on YouTube Music. That is I take it to conventions, and it's specifically I initially started it for a specific cosplay, and so it was like for my DJ Tracer cosplay, and I was like, oh well, I'm gonna have music incorporated into it, so I'm like, it's the DJ Tracer, so I gotta have like an epic dance mix. And over time, like, as I go to conventions, people come up to me and it's like, hey, what about this song? Do you know this song? And I was like, so I'm like, okay, well, like, is it a dance song? Does it, like, fit the theme? I was like, so I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. And if it turns out, to be like an absolute banger, I was like, oh, you just made it to the list. Thank you for the recommendation. And so, like, this playlist has gotten so big. And it's all curated, it's not just curated by me, it's curated by the people at the conventions that I take it to, so I know it's always going to be awesome. Like, and I know people are going to love it because it's curated, like, it's made by them. Like, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, every once in a while I get, like, an epic song, and it's like, oh, yeah, that fits the bill. That's going on the list. Anyway, let's speaking of amazing jams here. But I need a bigger step for my split squats. Struggling to get a huge stretch at the bottom. You over there doing Bulgarian split squats? What's Oh, are you just using like a little, like one of those little gym steps? Or are you using like a full chair? Like a chair or a bench? You gotta elevate that thing. You gotta elevate that back foot like something for real. I know I've said this before, but it's like, whoever thought of the concept of this game where they summon their personas by shooting themselves in the head, and it just like splays out in the most anime way possible. Like, it's like an explosion of color comes out of their head and summons their persona. I'm like, that is so metal. Like, you activate your powers by shooting yourself in the head. What? Who thought? I can only imagine the meeting where they are making this game. Like, the creative director goes in and says, "All right, everybody, listen up. They're gonna activate these special powers and summon these special monsters by shooting their own selves in the face." And everyone just like sits quietly around the table, and all of a sudden, just like one person just starts the slow clap and just stands up, and they're just like, just starts cheering. It's like, genius, man. It just like, it just goes. It goes so hard. I've got my front foot up about 4 inches, and it's just enough to start feeling. Okay. So you've got you've got your back foot on the ground, but your front foot, the lunging, like the actual lunging leg, so like the squatting leg is elevated. Is that what I'm hearing? Because if that's the case, then yeah, I understand what you're going for, and that's more like hip mobility, and like hip and groin, like hip flexor, and a little bit of hamstring, and like yeah, I mean just like inner hips. They didn't explain that part to the investors. Yeah, it's like, no, this was just like the meeting of like the creative team in the room. They're like, how do we make them do this in a really cool way? Like, how do we make them summon their, or do these awesome abilities? How do they summon it? They're gonna shoot themselves in the head. What? And they just like kept that secret until the game was almost all the way done. Alright. Where are we at? What are the stats? 88, 89, 82, 85. Oh. This is taking forever. It's so slow. The level up process is so slow. Oh. You know what I'm just now realizing? Is down in the right-hand corner, like the bottom right-hand corner, it says missing persons in this block. And it actually tells you how many. I have now gotten to the point in this game where there are no more missing persons. And I am just now noticing that. Wow. Just wow. Damn it. Ah! From what I've learned, it's
Hope we don't run into any
also better for glute/hamstring than glute presses. What do you mean by glute presses? Are you talking about like hip thrusts? I mean, you are definitely if you've got your front foot raised, it definitely is gonna hit more of your hamstring. Like that front leg, it's going to put way more emphasis as long as you get deep into it. Which be careful when you're getting too deep, but when you get really deep into it, it is pulling that those muscles that attach to the back of your hips and up into your lower back. So it will definitely force you to use those muscles more, and it will help them grow. But yeah, it's one of those, like, you really got to get deep into it, but it'll do work.
Let's see.
Oh, hip thrust? Yeah.
Drop that. I'll go with Shiva.
Yeah, something else to consider when you're doing sure, Raphael. Hold on. I think I'm overburdened. Oh no, I already have a Raphael. Neat. Something to consider if you are doing like God, wow, the word just went out of my head too. Hip thrusts. If you're doing hip thrusts like on a bench, like your back's on the bench, and you're doing hip thrusts with weight. So you got like a weight, like a dumbbell on your lap, or a bar, or whatever. If you move your heels out a little bit, it's like this is something to be very cautious about because you don't want to like slip. But instead of having your knees at like perfect, God, this is gonna be terrible. Like right at like, say this is your knee, and so like your feet straight down, flat on the floor. If you move them out a little bit, so it's like here's the rest of your body going up to the bench, but if you have your feet farther out, so it's not necessarily at that 90 degrees. When you go to flex, when the rest of your body goes to flex like that, you're going to use more of your hamstrings. So that's just another alternative method when you're doing, if you're doing, hip thrusts. So it's different muscle groups.
That certainly went well.
That was probably a very terrible example of what I just like tried to show you visually with my arm. Problem I've run into is I don't have anywhere enough weight to deadlift, so I can't train them like I used to. Ah.
Never mind. I'll go with
That is always like. That is something that I ran into when I was doing all my workouts at home. And as much as I am still absolutely 100% an advocate for bodyweight workouts, if you are trying to grow and you're trying to like build muscle and bodybuild a little bit besides just staying lean, so you will need more weight eventually over time. Hypertrophy and all that. But what was I going at? Yeah, it can be tough to like without a gym membership and without the money to access like to have your own weights and stuff. It can be kind of a challenge to get that extra growth in there.
Teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
So, if you have a little bit of money to spare, what I might recommend is, I mean, you've already got some weighted bands, but you can get more than just like instead of focusing on just weighted bands and like holding the weighted bands up, because I used to do that and it kind of hurts the form a little bit, like makes it really hard to do proper form. If you go onto Amazon, you can get a bar that is specifically designed for weighted band for resistance bands to attach to. So you can basically have like a bar across your shoulders that the weighted bands are attached on, and that way, when you're at home, you don't have to have like a ton of expensive equipment. You can just attach more bands to it. 200 plus pounds gets expensive in weight. Yes, it absolutely does. You are 100% correct. It does.
Shadow spotted. I'll start preparing the analysis.
Work to do. Never mind.
I just realized.
Hear me. Please help them.
Oh, cool.
I'll go with.
Not that I'm gonna need that, but I was hoping she would restore all their SP.
All enemies defeated.
That works too.
Work out there.
Are you really squatting over 200? If you are, that's really cool. It's like, that's really good. I consider me impressed.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's keep going. I'm sure there's some reason this area is shaped this way.
Before too long, I might be there with you. As it stands, the little gym that I go to for my apartment complex, the most weight I can really do is 150, because I'll just like I do like sumo squats with 75-pound weight, 75-pound dumbbells in each hand, and it's like, I mean, that's good for me. That's more than enough.
Not that. Work to do.
Leader's taken down 2 at once. Pull the trigger. Have fun. Persona. Thank you very much. Enemy eliminated. The enemy is down.
We cannot pass this up. Justice is served.
That was deadlifts. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Doesn't look like we'll be needing a 10 count.
Victory is ours.
Just such a high enough level that
Best to
it's
stay
like
on your toes.
nothing is.
An enemy. How should we proceed?
Nothing is a challenge anymore. Just breezing through it all.
What's next? I'll go with not that. Come!
Have you got knock one down? Pull the trigger. Come, let's finish this. Exceptional strike. I hope. That should end it. Come on, nearby. See ya.
Tonight my squats were weak at 42 pounds.
That went great.
Is that I'm assuming 42 pounds in one hand, like when you're doing your
That certainly went well.
for your excuse me, I'm assuming you're talking about your split squats. Hey, 40 pounds is still good.
Architectural style.
I'm right around that range, so. I had leg day yesterday, and I was feeling real good last night.
I've already scanned this
Like
one.
I was really pushing hard. It felt kind of awesome. Increased my weights last night. Also, something to keep in mind: keep track of everything. Write everything down.
Break this
Oh, goblet squats. Gotcha.
What next? I've already scanned this one. I have to do this.
Who's gonna win this? Let's go!
All right, big fistin'. Big fistin'. Let's go.
Good job, everyone. All right then, moving on.
It's gonna. I realize it's gonna be so upsetting once I finally go on my cut. I'm getting so used to having so much food on a regular basis. I'm gonna get to my cut and I'm gonna feel like I'm starving all the time.
Hit him hard and fast.
Darkness has no effect on this
What
enemy.
to do? Shiva!
Pull the trigger. There's no status detected. Ready to get back to exploring?
Gonna need to trade items with Yukari here really soon.
Best to
She's
stay on
gonna
your
need that.
toes.
She's gonna need that SP recovery.
Another day on the job.
Wind is the way to go.
What to do? Not that.
You have a skill that can hit a weakness. That's an enemy down. You can hit a weakness with this. You did it. Let's do the same thing
So-
for our next one.
So I had a problem last night in my workout. I was at the gym. It was super late. Of course, it was super late because it's me. And
Pull the
I
trigger.
like the gym. I like that little gym that I'm at. It's got one problem.
Sorry, no, knock one down.
It's in North Carolina. That's the problem. But
I have to do this.
no, the problem being that at night, just like you know, like most places you would think, at night the creepy crawlies come out, and I don't like it.
You dodged it. That's all
And in this gym, a lot of the beetles are away. Like, in this area in general, like, the little bugs, like the beetles and stuff that are nearby, they're all awake and, like, crawling around. It's kind of gross. I'm just like, because there are, like, a few beetles and stuff that'll, like, come crawling through. I'm like, it doesn't happen in the daytime when I go. But, like, yeah, at,
Get this one.
it drives me nuts. And it's even worse
You can target a weakness.
when I really only have okay. It's even worse when it's a spider. I don't like spiders. I absolutely despise spiders. Water roaches. Ugh. 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 Anyway, so I go into the gym last night, and I happen to notice that at the very end of the weight rack, at the very bottom on the ground, there was a big spider. And I was like, you know what? He is sitting on the ground. He is underneath, like partially underneath the weight rack. He's visible, but like not moving. And I'm like, that's fine. I will leave him be. I am not going to touch him or get near him. That's okay.
We're making
Well,
good
he didn't
progress.
stay there, and that's the problem. That's the real issue, is he didn't stay in his little spot. He decided to roam around a little
Time for a fight.
and progressively crawled like underneath the length of the weight rack. So I'm like, I noticed he disappeared at one point. I'm like, I don't know where he is. I don't like this. But I'm still like doing my own thing, doing my workout, whatever. He eventually comes crawling out from underneath the weight rack, and he crawls right into the middle of the room. Like, you'd think these little creepy crawlies, especially the spiders, they like stick to the corners, like the walls and stuff. No, he goes right out dead center of the room where I was, and he's crawling towards me. I'm like, no, and he's crawling towards the weights that I'm trying to use that I have pulled out, that I have sitting on the floor. And I'm like, nope, absolutely not. He's way too big. I don't like this. This little dude, I tried to like scare him or something. I don't know, like just get him away. No, he crawls right over to the only thing in the middle of the room, and it's the weight that the dumbbell that I am trying to use. I'm like, the little jerk just like interrupted my set. Like, I didn't interrupt him in the middle of his sets. I let him be. No gym etiquette whatsoever from this little spider. Absolutely rude. He's your best bud. And if it's the big one, I think I can. The big one I'm thinking of makes giant webs. Actually, we found out what this, because I immediately took I tried to take a picture from a distance and send it to a bunch of friends, and I was like, yo, anybody know what this is? Like, is this particular spider friend or foe? By that I mean, is it venomous or not? Which I found out he was not. Eventually found that out, but yeah, I was trying to take a picture, and all my friends kept everybody kept telling me, it's like, yo, we can't make out the markings. You're gonna have to get closer to get a clearer picture. I'm like, I don't want to get any closer. He's big, and he was kind of quick. I'm like, I don't want to get any closer. Ah. I eventually got a little closer. He kind of like settled. He crawled right over to the weight. And it's one of those like hex-shaped weights, so he crawls right under the wedge, under the hex. He tried to climb it, but he couldn't, and he kept falling off. So he just like curled, he like half curled up and stayed under the shadow of like the hex of the weight. So like, really, this little dude just like just ruined my my weight, like my sets. I eventually just said, screw it, you can have it, and I went and got another weight. He has right legs, of course. He's quite. What is it? What do you mean his right legs? I have a right leg. Oh, 8 legs. Yeah, it's like he's got 8 legs. Yeah. Anyway, I finally got a good picture of him. I got way closer than I ever wanted to get to a spider his size. But I got the picture, sent it to some friends, and we found out it was a wolf spider, which wolf spiders not particularly bad. They're not particularly venomous. Like, they're not like real dangerous to humans. Now, they can bite you, and apparently the bites hurt like hell. So, like, that's a thing to think about. Like, and they also, like, they don't spin webs. I did a little bit of research while I was there in the gym. But anyway, yeah, so find out, like, so I find out he's like a wolf spider. They don't spin webs generally, and they said they only attack humans when, like, provoked. So I'm like, okay, just don't get near him, don't provoke him. He eventually crawled to another side of the gym. Like, thank goodness, he got bored. I think he was like trying to hide under the dumbbell, and was like, I'm gonna take this idiot by surprise, and I'm gonna bite the crap out of him when they go to lift this dumbbell. Nope.
Doing pretty well.
Like, I just locked eyes with him, all however bajillion of them that he has. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna stare you down, and he eventually left. But yeah, it's just like, it made my trip to the gym a lot longer, because I'm like stopping to talk to other people. I'm like, yo, what's the deal with this? Doing research on, like, is this a safe spider to be around? Trying to figure out what it was. Ugh. Just rude, overall rude.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
You're on early, Daniel. Hi, hello. I am on early, and so are you. Are you back at work, or do you have the day off? So it wasn't the spider I was thinking of. There is one down here that makes webs bigger. Bigger than me, also bigger than a quarter. No. Ugh.
Alright, get moving.
I think the one you might be thinking of is the Orb Weaver. I think that's the one. Let's see here, because there was...
We have a chance to go first. 2 enemies.
Let's see here, is this the one I'm thinking of? Orb Weaver?
Let's see.
A group of builders of spiral wheel-shaped webs often found in... It might not be Orb Weavers. Hold on. Okay, so there is... up getting ready for work, almost on my way out. Aw! Wait, you're going to work at... Is it 9 o'clock for you? 9 p.m. on the West Coast? Jeez, going into work, pulling another night shift. Well, good on you, and I hope work goes well for you. Okay, there's one. No, it is the Orb Weaver. Okay, so some Orb Weaver spiders will tear down and even consume much of the web's silk as the morning begins to dawn. This interesting habit is performed in order to take in moisture from dew that may have settled on the web and to prevent large animals such as birds from getting caught in the web. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, all right. So it is Orb Weavers. So when I lived at my a few apartments ago, there was I was in a house that was like not a house, an apartment complex that was like right next to the woods, and it was a really cool apartment. And the building had like wood slats, like actual wood slats all on the outside, which as I was moving out, they were replacing it. So like by the time I left, it was like vinyl siding and it looked terrible. But the wood slats, it was really cool. Unfortunately, it attracted like carpenter ants, and a few other creatures. And granted, we were in the woods. Like it was like tucked into the woods. So like we got all kinds of little critters and stuff. It was kind of gross. but we had we were on the second floor, but we still had an enclosed patio. So it was like it had like the mesh all around the patio, which is really neat. And we were on the second of 3 floors, and there was a ceiling, of course, on the so it was like the patio above us. So there was always that, you know, so we were like completely enclosed. It was really cool. But I didn't like going out there because there were always bugs and there were spiders. And since we're, you know, in the woods. And well, here's the thing. It was mesh enclosed, so not a lot of flying critters would get in. Not like mosquitoes and other little like bug stuff. So things that you think spiders would eat, right? Well, we had a little round table that sat in the very center of this patio. And there was a light. We could turn on the light from inside for the patio. But we would turn it on at night when it was like pitch black outside. And there would be this humongous spider web that would reach from the ceiling down to the table and like to the walls. And this was like, I'm talking almost like 10 foot patio. Like, it's insane. And like, I mean, standard like, I think it was 8-foot ceilings in there for the patio, but like, yeah, approximately 8-foot patio ceiling. Like, this is the most massive web I have ever seen, and it's so elaborate. And we found like, obvious, like lucky I didn't like go out there and walk into it. That would have been awful. Worst experience. That would have been an actual traumatic experience if I had done that. But anyway, we turn the light on and we see this thing in all its glory. And right in the dead center of it is this giant, fat orb weaver spider. And I mean, I'm talking, this thing had to have been, I mean, way bigger than a quarter size. Like, we're talking silver dollar. Like, it's a big honkin' at least. And like, the abdomen was so fat. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, you could see this thing from a distance. You could make out details from a distance. It was so fat and big. Oh, it was terrifying. But so we left him alone. Like, obviously I'm not going out there. Like, I'm obviously not going out there to kill it. That's way too big of a spider. I would rather burn the apartment down. But so we left him alone. And by the morning, the entire web, floor to ceiling, wall to wall, all of it gone. Every single night. And he kept coming back every single night. I'm like, it was kind of neat to see from behind glass. And also I was like, well, one, I was curious, like, where did he go during the day? Because wherever he was going, I didn't want to go. But, yeah, sorry, I'm so distracted I'm not even playing the game. But also, like, that just seemed like so much work. Like, it was such a gigantic, elaborate web every night. It was wild. And this went on for, like, weeks. And, like, he eventually moved on, or died from malnourishment. I don't know. Because I can't imagine he was getting many bugs in an enclosed patio.
Never mind. I'll go empty for blood out the creek on that.
You can hit a weakness with this.
Wait, who is that? Oh, Beelzebub. Yeah. Okay. Worked on my daughter's car, changed out her brake caliper system, including the bracket. Total 3 hours worth of work today. Oh my gosh. You are look at you being such a good dad, helping your daughter with her car. That's sweet. Aren't you being a dad? I will say I have done that with my dad before. We've worked on my car, like my previous cars, and we've like replaced brakes and like brake calipers and all that.
Oh, pretty well.
Granted, this was at a time where it was like before I started my transition, and he was like, "I want my son to work on the car." It was like, "If I'm gonna work on your car, you ever be out there working with me? I'm gonna teach you how to do cars." And there's like work on cars. I'm like, I really don't want to, but you know what? It's good to learn.
But don't be careless. Now's the time. Darkness has no effect on this enemy.
Okay,
I have
cool.
to do this. Isis!
One step at a time. Does it work?
I'm so descriptive. Yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like
You have a skill that can hit a weakness.
I feel like in a lot of cases, I start to tell a story and I get bogged down in certain details, and by the time I realize I am bogged down in the details, I suddenly think like, oh,
Taken it out 2 hours.
I need to hurry this story along because it's starting to drag. And so all of a sudden, I'll just like skip way ahead in the details. Like I'll skip a bunch of actual important details just to get to the point.
All right, let's get moving.
The pacing of my storytelling is not exactly consistent. As my ex would gladly tell you. Oh,
In this
my
situation,
ex always told, like, would always get frustrated with me.
still setting up. It'll take a
Oh
little
wow, they're all
time.
light. Okay, cool. My ex was not a fan of the way I would tell stories. My ex was very much like in my opinion she was very contradictory in a sense that they would tell me it's like, oh, you never talk and like you never open up, and but then then I would try to like describe like an interaction or something,
Now, let's keep going.
and they would immediately get on my case like, you are bogged down in the details, just get to the point, and like try and rush me through it. And I don't know, it just like, and but so then I would just immediately just hop right to the point, and then I would just stop talking again, and then I would be told that I'm not talking anymore, and I was like I never knew how to, like, I never knew the balance. And so, like, to this day, I'm very, I don't know, I'm very cautious about how I tell stories, and I get very self-conscious about it. Yeah, I get very self-conscious when I'm telling stories to people, because I feel like I'm talking too much and like bothering people. I don't know. It's just because of the way, you know, my ex used to tell me that. Sorry if that was like weird and off-putting. Where's Shiva? Shiva. My daughter's of the mind that she wants to know things, so when she could work. She wants to know things, so when she could work on them, she kind of boasts about it to her friends that she knows how to do things on her car. She can help me with the struts. I know how to do basic things, like I can change a tire. I can, you know, change brake pads. I've changed out the entire windshield wiper mechanism on a car before, which is way more complicated than it needs to be. Just saying. But like, I've done a few things on a car before. I don't know how to change my own oil. That I'm willing to pay someone to do. I'm willing to pay a lot of people a lot of things to do to work on my car, just as long as it runs.
Good work out there.
But like, is it good to know these things? Absolutely. I do absolutely like enjoy knowing just knowing things, being practically useful. You know, it feels nice. It feels nice to be self-sufficient. That's really the word I'm looking for. Self-sufficient. On my way to work, here I come, Seattle. Daniel, you have a wonderful day at work. I hope it goes well for you. Drive safe, and I will catch you on later.
What?
Enemies on this floor are acting strangely. Please be careful. Noted.
3 targets. They're weak, but don't be careless.
Shiva!
The leader took one out. One enemy eliminated. Yes, that's a win for the team. Good job, everyone. All right then, moving on. Shadow up ahead. What should we do? Shadow
back
spotted.
here.
What's the plan?
Would you? Jeez.
Yes, we got the advantage.
Come!
Amazing, you're on a roll.
Let's do it!
Rebuilt. I have rebuilt a 318 completely. Okay, I'm gonna show my ignorance here. I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to explain it to me. I'm assuming a type of car. I am I'm just straight up assuming a type of car. Kika, hi, welcome in. Hey, hope you had a good day. I did have a good day, actually.
Victory
I
is
hope you
ours.
did as well. I had another day off, which is great. I kind of like the schedule I've got this week. It's like day on, day off, day on, day off, day on, day off. I'm like, it's kind of neat. I've got 3 days off this week,
Shadow.
but I do go back to work tomorrow. Uh-oh, Shadow's got the advantage.
Great talk unaware. They got the jump on you. You can turn this around.
But yeah, so I had a day off. I have work tomorrow, and then I have Friday off. So
Never mind.
it's
I'll go with
it's gonna be an interesting week. I hope you have one of those fancy stereos so I could watch you. Oh, I have you on one of those fancy stereos so I could watch you on my phone with my phone holder, and you're an amplified stereo system. That sounds bad. So, jeez, that's like the last thing anybody needs is me in stereo. Ah. Big fistin. Go shit. No, didn't kill him. Are you serious? And one arrow did. Okay.
Good job, everyone.
That was a good workout. Now, what
I
are
tell
we
you,
running to
I
next?
absolutely am just waiting for this grind to end.
Shadow up ahead. What should we do?
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it with fire.
The enemy is wide open. They won't know it hit them.
I'll go with Shiva.
Yes, you did it. You're on a roll. Down.
What to do? Shiva.
Oh, he's about to die. Okay. Whoa. Barely stayed alive on that
Good
one.
job, everyone.
Oh, nice. Has there been any progress with a potential leaser? Unfortunately not. I wish.
Leader,
Uh,
help.
2 days ago, there were several that actually reached out. All of them actually seemed like they were like good potential, they're like strong potential. Like they were really interested. Asked a lot of thorough questions, and it all seemed like it was like they were pleased with the answers. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'll even like open up a window of time which you can move in, as opposed to like a certain specific day, you know, to make it a little more easy on them. And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. Well, we'll get back to you tomorrow. Once we contact the leasing office, and it's like, they contact the, I don't even know if they contacted the leasing office. I don't think they did. You know, because I was over at the leasing office today because that's where my gym is, and I was there during actual operating hours. So I was like, hey, has anybody called the last couple of days? And they're like, no. So it's just been lots of people inquiring. Nobody actually follows through with it. It just, I don't know what to do at this point. It's driving me nuts. Like, it's coming, it's so close now.
And that's how it's done. Doing pretty well.
Dang, sorry to hear. Yeah. So, the window of time that I have given, that I gave out was it's like, hey, you can move in anywhere from the 13th up to the 21st of June, which is in a week. That starts in 1 week. If I get somebody in, it takes several days to a week for the apartment complex to even process their application if they apply. So I'm about to just change all of my listings to, you know, it's hey, this apartment is available as soon as possible. However fast you can you can apply and get in, I will be out of here. I will be out of your hair and I will be gone. As long as I get somebody. Like, I've got a place to stay, even if it came down to like the next few days. Suddenly I'm out. It's like,
Powerful enemy spotted. Please.
like I can make it work because I've got a place. It's just like I just have to have somebody come in, because like just nobody's following through with it. I just figured out how to play my music playlist in the background of what you're doing right now. Have you playing with corn in the background? Oh my god. It suddenly makes this game so much more epic having corn playing. I've never seen corn, like I've never seen them perform live. I haven't gone to a lot of actual like live musical performances, like big artists. But there was the one I will never forget when I was younger, when I was gosh, that would have been 2008. So I would have been 19, I think. Yeah, I think it was it was 2008. Anyway, I just graduated from my training school in the military, and I was getting ready to with a small. I just graduated with a small class. There were like 5 or 6 of us, and we were gonna we were getting ready to ship to our first unit, and it just so happened we had a couple days before we shipped. And Mayhem Fest was coming through the area that we were in, and so we went to the show, and it was God, who did we see? There was Dragon Force. Dragon Force was there. Disturbed and Slipknot. Those were the 3 that I remember. There was a 4th one that we showed up after they performed. But yeah, they had just gotten off the stage and Dragon Force was on at that time. That was a cool like series of bands, and like what an incredible show from each one of them. Slipknot I was not as familiar with at the time. And boy, when they got on stage, oh man, did they put on a show. That was wild.
Now's the time.
One step at a time.
Oh, there it is.
Don't pull any buttons. I'll keep fighting for him.
That's like before I even get Bro Team to the level that I want him to be at, all my personas are gonna be like maxed out.
We should be properly.
Hit him hard and fast. What's what to do?
Critical right off the bat. Oh man, easy, easy. Is 100 the max level for characters and personas? I believe it is, yes. They're coming to the Tacoma Dome in Seattle, here in Seattle, or actually Tacoma in October for just a few days after my birthday. My daughter's buying me tickets for the concert. I think, oh, that's so cool. I think she's working the concert. Yo, what does she do? What does she do that she is working the concert? Now I'm curious. You got some behind the scenes connections, like backstage connections. Daniel, you're holding out on me.
Hope we don't run into any creeps here.
Still have to. I made so much rice tonight, it's ridiculous.
That's a one-way teleport, but there's no need to head back yet.
Wow, I swung to get both of them and I missed entirely.
We've got the upper hand.
The analysis.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
That was a good workout.
There's a shadow.
Slipknot kicks ass? Absolutely they do. Oh my gosh, they do. Tonight for dinner I had eggs with, this is eggs with chorizo. Oh, eggs with chorizo with a side of refried beans. Yo, chorizo. I haven't had chorizo in a while. Chorizo's so good. Properly made chorizo is delicious.
All right, who's next?
Alright, I think I'm finally almost done. Here we go. Alright, give me more strong enemies.
Three targets. They won't know it hit them.
What to do?
I've already scanned this one.
Not that. What to do?
You know what, we're gonna do it anyway. Screw it.
In this situation,
Oh, darn it. Screw it. Lightning damage for everybody. That is a bit that I am never gonna let go of. It's one of the best bits in all of Has-Been Hotel. When, if you've seen it, and it's just kind of like a little side plot that was happening, and it was this goofy little bit with the character Serpentius. And they were all in a bar, and he was trying to flirt with the one girl.
there's a shadow.
And he's like, could I pause? He was like so awkward. He's like, can I please buy you a drink? And she's like, why would you want to buy me a drink? And he's like, and he like stumbles over his words. He goes, cause I'm buying drinks for everybody. And like everybody, it like zooms out, and like the entire bar cheers. And it's like the bit happens again. It's like, as I'm buying more, it's like, can I get you a shot? And the whole situation happens again. It's like, why would I accept a shot from you? It's like, it's because I'm buying shots for everybody. And as everybody cheers again, and it finally gets to the last one. And it's like the best part, because they're like, the Has-Been Hotel takes place these like fictional characters in hell, and they're like in a club with like it's like a strip club. And he goes like, and he goes up to her and is like, could we have? It's like, would you be interested in having the sex with me? And she's like, why on earth would I have sex with you? Because I'm having sex with everybody. It's just like the best way to cap off this bit. And it's just like these two random characters just like start. It's like everyone starts cheering. These two random characters grab him and like drag him into the back room. It's the last you see of him. It sounds really dumb, but it's really funny when you watch it. It's one of my favorite bits in the entire show.
What to do?
So that's why I do that every time I do like one of those like AoE attacks where everyone's like, get lightning damage. We can do lightning damage. Get lightning damage for everybody. I haven't watched it, but my wife is really into Hell of a Boss. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if she's watched Has-Been Hotel or not. Okay, so they are, yeah, very much similar vibes, but like the actual themes of the show are drastically different. Similar vibes in like the pacing, like the pacing, the chaoticness of the character, the chaoticness of the characters and the writing, because it's made by the same people. But Has-Been Hotel's a little bit more concise with its storytelling, I think, because they don't have as much time. uh, excuse me. It's only 8 episodes, so like the produced series for Amazon was only 8 episodes. Absolutely incredible. Has-Been Hotel also has more songs in it. It's more like Broadway musical number songs, which are amazing, by the way. The soundtrack is incredible. Highly recommend. But no, I've watched Hell of a Boss. They came out with a new episode recently. They finally started the second half of season 2 for Hell of a Boss that I have not watched yet. But I've watched all of the rest of Hell of a Boss up to that point, and I watched Hell of a Boss after Has-Been Hotel because I didn't know about it until then, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe more of the same, and it's like, oh, this is different, but still really, really good. Like, it's when I first started watching Hell of a Boss, I was like, I don't know if it's for me. And there was like a musical number in the second episode that was like really impactful, and I was like, oh, okay, this is really good. But the characters are a little goofy. The storytelling is kind of all over the place. But then it like really narrows down. I'm like, oh, this is good. And like the characterization, I was like, oh, good gracious, I like this. And so the show's actually really good. As a free show on YouTube, are you kidding me? Like a surprisingly well-produced show for free on YouTube. Like that's just incredible to me. Ah.
All right, let's do this. I'll go with it. For some.
That's an enemy down.
What to do?
Her leader took one out. Now's the time. I don't think you have any skills for this. Just one more. Take that.
I really hope I get the next attack. If that sword thing gets the next attack and he kills my leader, okay. I was gonna say, if he got the next attack and killed my leader, I would have been so upset. He needs to die. He needs to die immediately.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
Speaking of free shows on YouTube, did you ever watch Nuka Break? It's a short fan-made Fallout series that's really good. I've never heard of that. I've never really been super attached to the Fallout series because I've never played the games. Speaking of, I need to finish watching the show, the Amazon show. I'm on the last episode. I just haven't had a chance to watch it. But yeah, that's Nuka Break. That's got to go on my list. I've got to check that out, especially if it's free on YouTube. Heck yeah. That's right up my alley. Free 50 free.
Great.
Ooh, rare hand. Rare shadow. Come here. Is he gonna be resistant to everything?
Take it down if you can.
Yes, he's resistant to everything. Great. Guard, 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 guard.
Summoning.
And I guess. Let's go! Annihilate. Absolutely annihilate.
I won't be defeated here. Good job, everyone.
Jesus. Shiva's at level
Okay,
94.
let's keep on exploring.
Wild.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
What to do? There's so
Well, that was easy. Damn, well, she did not hold back. Yo, I love her theurgy. Just like the rockets, the machine gun, like, just, it's like the absolute deadly assault she unleashes. I love that theurgy. It looks so cool. I just realized I haven't checked my money in a while. What am I at now? Oh my god, 3.6, basically 3.7 million. Still amazes me. We started this run with like 40K. And I was like, oh man, we need to get some money. We need to get some money, honey. And now I'm just like, I'm in such abundance from this one run alone that it's like, I'll never run out. I won't. There's no way for me to run out for the rest of the game. Like, I don't think I could possibly spend it all. Unless I just bought an absurd amount of, like, every item.
A shadow.
Come here.
We have the upper hand. They won't know it hit them.
I'll go with Shiva.
Oh, wow. Instant jib. Everything.
Good work out there.
Just everything.
Okay.
Piercing damage for everybody.
A shadow.
Now's
Great
our
targets.
chance.
They won't know it hit them.
I'm ready.
The leader's taken down two of them.
Oh, I thought we were going to do it. Oh, okay.
Oh,
well,
enemies
still good.
defeated. Good work out there.
Why does it just feel like I'm not even, like I'm hardly even making progress anymore? It's so slow. How is
Okay,
Garuda
let's keep on
79? Didn't he
exploring.
start this run in, like, 50s? Ugh. All my personas are going to out-level me.
There's a shadow.
Now's
Great
our chance.
targets.
What to
They
do?
won't know it hit them. Yes, you did it. They're on two enemies down.
I'll go with
Screw it. Go for it. Go for the kill.
All enemies defeated.
It's over.
Good work out there. Okay, let's keep on exploring.
I just, like, more than anything, I just want this grinding session to end. It's like, I don't want to give up this good opportunity that we're in right now, because, like, all the tarot cards that we got for this run are just, like, an
now.
absolutely...
Dangerous fall, even for me. If you're in trouble, I guess what does that mean for us? I'm just not gonna think about that.
Like,
Shadow up ahead. Taking it out.
like,
I'll go with
I do, like, I have been thinking a lot about what the next game is that I'm gonna play. And so I'm like, I am a little anxious for this game to end. But also, like, I want to see the end. And I'm like, I want to be able to complete it. And I want to get through this grinding session. It's just so long. Like, the leveling is just so slow at this point of the game. It's, ugh.
Excellent teamwork.
But yeah, the tarot cards we got in this run are just too good of a combination for the sake of leveling, because I'm getting extra experience as it is. I've got 3 choices in every... oh, jeez. I've got 3 card choices in every single shuffle time, which also gets more, which also gets more experience. So I'm like, okay, I've got all these good things going for me, and extra items, and extra gold, like everything. Like I can't ask, like I couldn't have asked for like a better combination. So I'm like, I don't want to give it up just yet.
The enemy is down. Nice one, Sonata-senpai.
Does it work?
Summoning.
Thunk.
Persona, engage. We didn't expect this. Oh no! You gotta get up somehow.
Shiva!
It's my turn now. None of us does it. No.
I like how she shoots him with an arrow and then he melts. I'm
Alright then,
melting.
moving on.
Melting.
There's a shadow.
Don't you run from me.
We have the upper hand. I feared you.
Yeah.
I think I can use it now. Juno.
But we've got so much potential for the rest of the story because we're so close to the end. But there's some things I want to do to actually, like, finish the game off.
I'll go with.
Including, but not limited to, one, you know, fighting the Reaper. We have to eventually fight the Reaper. And I want to be ready for it. I also want to get the Messiah persona, and that requires a lot of fusing. And I think that requires me to be at level 91, if I'm not mistaken.
That certainly went well.
There's a shadow.
We've got the upper hand. What to do?
Big fistin'. Big fistin'. Oh, whoops.
Pull the
That was
trigger.
silly. Oh, they're both weak to it. Okay. Wind damage for everybody!
Exceptional enemy eliminated.
The best bet.
Enemy eliminated. Nice one, Sonata-senpai. What is optimal? This is my due.
Death Castle can't get up!
Let's finish this. All enemies defeated.
Nice.
Good work out there.
There we go, more experience, more money! I've gotten like every skill card in the game,
Enemies defeated.
multiple copies of
without
it.
incident.
Oof.
Shadow up ahead.
You know, if I actually finish this up here in about 15 minutes,
Our chance to go first.
get us at about not quite 2 hours, I might actually go to bed at a slightly more reasonable time than usual tonight. God forbid that ever actually happen.
I'm ready. I'll go with. Shiva!
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone. Good work, everyone. Now, let's keep going.
can feel it. I'm getting tired. I was surprisingly awake and alert today, despite getting, like, really kind of rancid sleep. I woke up a bunch. I was kind of just, like, tossing and turning for the most part last night. I got to sleep super duper late. Like, I'm talking almost 6 a.m. I had a nap from like 9:30 to like a 2-hour nap from like 9:30 to 11:30. Woke up, went to the gym,
Shadow up ahead.
and didn't get home until after 2-ish. Yeah, until well after 2. Started my stream at 3 a.m. Did like a shorter stream, and then we did. And then by the time I finally got to bed, I mean it was late. So I didn't get to sleep till almost 6, and then woke up just before noon. So I'm like, I mean, combined with the nap, it was almost 8 hours, like 7-ish hours. But like, it was really interrupted sleep. It just wasn't good. So I'm kind of amazed at like how awake I've been today. Hey, you know what? He's got his theurgy. Let's use it. Oh yeah, I remember waking up and seeing you stream super late last night. It really stinks when you just can't sleep well. Yeah, it was, I mean, I really just destroyed my sleep schedule last night. So I'm hoping tonight, since I was able to get on a little bit earlier, which was nice. So before midnight, of all things. I got on the stream before midnight. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk that I would have ever been able to do that? But no, I want to actually get to bed at a decent, or I'm hoping to get to bed at a decent time tonight. That way I can get like, I'm gonna actually try to get to work early and pull some extra hours because I need it desperately. Oh wait, what are they weak to?
I've already scanned this one.
Dark.
We can hit a weakness with this.
So yeah, get to work a little early, pull some extra hours, and actually, you know, like get a little extra, you know, little extra on the paycheck, you know, and then still be home early enough with enough energy, hopefully, to do a workout and a stream, and like actually at a reasonable time, not like super duper late.
Excellent teamwork. As always, of course.
God, Beelzebul is level 89 now. He's almost 90. Ridiculous.
Let's be off then. An enemy. How should we proceed?
Hit him hard and fast.
Let's end this. Just one more. Take that. Enemy defeated. You're doing great, Hikari-chan. That was awesome, Sonata-senpai.
We cannot pass this up. Justice is served.
Alright, ooh, okay. Garuda's now in the 80s. Oh my gosh.
For him.
I've gotten so many Garuda cards.
Now on to the next. Enemy spotted.
The enemy is wide open. What next? Hikari-chan knocked one down.
Oh yeah, these things. They're weak to basic attacks, but they have a ton of health.
Now let's. Everyone, follow my lead.
Man, that's just rude. Barely was able to stand up and we just beat him right back down. Loki!
This is over.
What level's Loki at now? He's gotta be in the 80s. Yep, 88, I think. What did that say?
Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
Yeah, everyone's max, okay. Let's say Loki's 88. Jeez. He's my third highest. Jeez, Garuda. I never even wanted to use Garuda. Shiva. God, we were down to like Protein's SP bar was like empty. And because of this just constant refreshing every turn he gets.
What to do?
The enemy left her on a roll.
Here we go.
Alright.
Excellent teamwork. As always, of course. Preparations complete. Moving out. There's a shadow.
Where is he?
Let's start preparing the analysis. Sorry, knock one down. Exceptional strike. Here we go.
I'm kind of thinking if I get far enough in this run,
Done.
like if I get high enough experience, like I can just keep going. Yes! Protein made it to level 90! Protein McShakes! Level up, baby!
Excellent teamwork. As always, of course.
Alright, now how far to the next level? 34,000, jeez.
There's a shadow.
Ah,
The enemy is wide open. In this situation, don't hold anything back. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
literally just light and dark. Cool.
One step at a time.
Can I just do this? Almighty damage? Can I knock them all down and we just do an all-out attack and kill everyone, please? Please? Oh, we knocked down all but one. Are you serious?
Looks like you can target a weakness.
Fine. Insta-kill. And we nailed it. Nice.
Excellent teamwork. As always, of course.
is this?
Powerful enemy spotted. Please
Oh,
be careful.
no, we still got. Okay. Powerful enemy spotted. Yes, please.
You got the initiative. They don't seem very strong. This should be a good test of your strength. But don't get careless.
And of course, I went into it with nobody having any of their theurgies.
This is my resolve. Athena!
Nice.
I'll go with.
Big piston. Noise. Uh-oh. Critical. No. And critical. Nope. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good.
That was close. Nice reflexes, Yukari-chan.
Step at a time.
Just realized my leader is, I just used his ability multiple times and he's very low he's like below half health.
No shadows detected.
That could have been very, very bad.
Alright, let's
So after that, now how much does he require? Because they split that up. So, okay, so he got about 3,000. That's not bad.
doesn't matter. Now's the time.
There we go. There's a theurgy. Somebody got it. God, I love that. So good.
Persona, engage.
I'll go with. Persona.
I have to do this.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
I'll take care of this. Let's go.
Alright, didn't get to attack. Good.
No shadows detected.
That's how I like it. He doesn't even get to attack.
Enemies defeated. Without incident.
Ooh, there are lots of strong enemies on this floor. That is very good for me. That means lots of experience to be had.
Now's
Got
our
the
chance.
initiative. They don't seem very strong.
It's like the same one every time, but still experience.
Pull the trigger. Let's end this. Just one more. Take that.
Nice.
Let's get away this.
Oh, critical. That's what I needed.
We cannot pass this up. This is over.
Victory is ours. Now let's keep going.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep, like, I just want to keep an eye on this. Like, what is it? How fast does it go? Okay.
That shadow looks pretty strong.
What to do?
In this situation,
It's gonna win this.
I can do this. Athena!
I'll go with you on that.
Yep.
Didn't expect this. I've been knocked down! What's next?
More healing.
Appreciate it.
I won't be beaten. It is time. Here I go!
Yo.
Not done yet!
That is not doing nearly as much damage as I was expecting.
Perfect strike.
Can we finish him off with a big fist? Big fistin' for the win. Critical.
It's over.
Good work out there.
Nice.
Enemies defeated. With that shadow looks pretty strong.
I'll go with
This song will be forever stuck in my head.
Pull the trigger. In this situation, what next?
Nope, he's gonna resist it. Never mind.
I'll take care of this. Let's go!
Yeah.
This is my resolve. Athena, engage!
Not good. Not good.
What to do?
We don't want him doing anything ridiculous.
I have to do this. I won't lose. Thank you
Appreciate
for your support.
Let's go! Here I come! Go back to hell! Won
That's
that
a win
one
for the
fair and
team.
square.
Good job, everyone.
Okay, lots of samurai on this floor. Black bro.
Went off without a hitch.
There's a lot of stronger enemies on this floor, and I think that was the last floor though for this run before we have to reset again. Be careful of the strong enemy. What's strong enemy? Is there another one on this floor that I don't know of? Surprised the Reaper hasn't shown up yet. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Back to the entrance. Save. Alright. After this, I am going to do some research. Yeah, I think we're going to call it there for the night, actually. We just saved. These runs, if I don't have something to, like, either on my mind that I need to be talking about right now, or if I don't have any other, like, stimulus, these runs are getting a little monotonous, and it's really starting to lose my attention, especially because, like, late at night, when I've been, I'm starting to get a little tired from the day, like, it really makes me tired real fast just doing monotonous tasks over and over again, like literally the same thing over and over again. Oof. Oh, it gets me. But on that note, we are going to call it there for tonight for Persona. I am actually going to get myself start to get myself ready for bed at a reasonable time frame for once. Oh my goodness, it's weird to say that out loud. On the plus side, I'm actually going to get some decent sleep, I hope. And also, that came in the mail today, I actually got my medication, or at least I got some of my medication. I'm still waiting on other shipments, and this is ridiculous because I've been out of this medication for weeks now. And I'm a little upset about it because it's part of my transition stuff, and I'm like, I kind of need this, and you're not sending it, and I'm upset about that. But, well, not much I can do. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, sorry, I get distracted very, very easily. Anyway, hopefully we'll be moving past this soon. I might actually take a break from Persona. Maybe play a little bit in my own time, if I have time. Do a few runs to kind of level up and take away some of the monotony of this from being on stream. And maybe play some other little fun games on the side. Like, I still really want to play a little Kitty Big City. It looks so cute. And that looks like it might be just like one longer stream. If I have time for one longer stream, we might be able to work that out. Just spend one day, go through all of Little Kitty Big City. It would be super cute. But yeah. On that note, speculating about the future. I still have all this stuff to do with getting ready for the move. And, I don't even know what to get ready for the move because I don't even know when I'm going to move yet. It could be 1 week. It could be 2 weeks. Could be 3 weeks. I don't know. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But I don't even know what to pack or if I should even bother packing yet or what. But yeah, so that's coming up. I really need to start doing that. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping in. I very much appreciate it, as usual. If you haven't done so already, if you're out there watching and you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. It'll let you know every time I go live, which has been every day for 144 days now. We're coming up on 150 days. We're coming up on 150 days. I swear, it felt like just yesterday we were doing the 100th stream. And it was the 100th maid stream. Just came back from the store. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful night as well, Kika. Thank you for stopping in as usual. But anyway, yeah, 144 days. We are 6 days away from 150 streams in a row. And, yeah, it really felt like just yesterday that, I was doing the maid stream. Time is going so fast. I don't know if I'm going to do anything. I don't think I'm going to do anything special for the 150th. But yeah, before I know it, as long as I continue on, who knows? If we get to 200, I'll have to do something even more special for the 200th. But anyway, until we get to that point, just make sure you hit subscribe. Maybe check out some of my other videos. I know, like my transgender experience videos. They're a little bit older at this point, but they're still very much relevant. All the information in those videos. Also, there's another link in the description down below. If you are interested in helping me with some of my transition costs, I have been slammed with a lot of expensive moving costs for my transition. I'm sorry, moving costs for the move, not for my transition. Anyway, I've been hit with a lot of moving costs from my apartment complex, and so moving has been getting a lot more expensive than I originally expected it to be, so it's putting me in a very tight position financially, which is why I keep going into work early and staying late and pulling all these extra hours to get some extra pay. I need it at the moment. I really, really need it. And so it's been throwing everything in my life off lately. But, yeah, so we're working on that. In the meantime, if you are in the financial position to do so and are feeling generous, there is a link down in the description below to make donations. Never, ever, ever feel pressure to do so on this channel, but if you're, like I said, if you're feeling generous and are able to do so comfortably, there is a link down in the description. Off of that, there is a final link in the description down below. It takes you to all of my other channels, including my Instagram and my Twitter, where I'm the most active. So definitely come check me out over there. And, on that note, I think I'm going to take off. Y'all have a great night. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!